All right, guys, I'm giving it a go. My best Sir Cardinal impression. It will be not a good one. But I do not often get a chance to watch Niner football, so I'm going to try to commentate this game a little bit as I try to get my pirate software that I'm using to work. Stop sharing this one. No, I don't want to do that. God damn it. Okay, so I need to fix that. Need to go back to sharing. Forgive me, guys. I'm fairly new at this whole YouTubing thing. And my computer sucks, which doesn't help at all. Share that. Okay. So your watching should happen. And of course, software that I'm using to try to actually watch the game because I don't have ESPN. I haven't had cable for more than a decade. Let's see if I can just reload this page. So yeah, it's nothing right now, which I can handle that. Casey says I suck. Whatever. Probably. Let's see. Let's see if I can get back on that. This will be much better when I can get a computer that doesn't suck. There are 3 of you watching right now. What's going on, guys? What's up, Tex? What's up, Casey? What's up, Kratos? Yeah, I figured I would come and bullshit with you guys a little bit while I was watching the Niner game. See if I can get my illegal website that I use to watch football to work. It's not wanting to yet. That would be way too easy, but we're keeping track of it on NFL.com. So there's something. Oh, am I playing you this week, Tech? I didn't know that. I totally forgot it was this week. Yeah, was it? I have to go look. Still trying to get my illegal software to work. Uh-oh. Field goal. It's all right. I can handle field goal. It's no big deal. Three nothing Cardinals. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't even looked at my scores this week, to be honest. I know that I still need to win. I think I've got 2 games up on Deity. So I've got that going for me. I cannot get this to work. Let me try something else, see if I can watch this game. Let me see if I can find somebody putting it on YouTube. It's probably not going to be that easy, but this 8 minutes left in the first quarter is what it is. You got to remember the NFL website today, and I'm trying to find. I wonder if I just have to do it on my phone. I'll go ahead and put the chat up on my name, like I was just saying. I know I usually watch the games kind of illegally on my phone. There's a site that I can Did I look? It's cannot always be wonderful, but yeah, right now it's saying on NFL anyway, it says 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Let me see if I have any more left. Pulling up my phone. Okay, apparently I have. Let me enter a commercial. So, yes, Kratos, the game is in Mexico. Let me see. 49ers versus Cardinals. Now, YouTube's usually pretty good about not letting not letting people stream games, but right now it looks like I've got a good feed on my my illegal, not quite on the up and up stream. Reaction, blah blah blah. Yeah, they're at a TV break right now, a commercial break, so we're probably all caught up. And kickoff. Yeah, so my feed is just now getting to the kickoffs. So my feed is really hot night, but yeah, it looks like a clean feed of the game right now, so I'll always be able to watch it on my phone. I'll do here is okay. Niners have the ball. You see how far behind I am. Drops back, quick over the middle. What do you know to McCaffrey? Because there's only two people they throw to anymore. Yeah, I'm thinking I have a better look watching on my phone than I am up here. So Tex is not a fan of all the international games. Well, I mean, I am, because I mean, you got to spread the brand. It's good business. So I mean, the games in Mexico make a lot of sense because it's no harder to go down to Mexico to have a game than it is to go from San Francisco to New York. So I mean, build the brand. That's you still got to sell tickets and merchandise and shit like that in in Mexico. So what better way to do that than to go down there and play some games? So I say it works out pretty well from a marketing standpoint. There's been talk for years about putting an actual team in Mexico. That might be a logistical issue, but and looks like a run for a couple of yards. So it is whatever. Yeah, 3rd and 2 is what they're putting right now. Yeah, so this is for those of you paying attention. The setup's starting to come together a little bit. Still working on it. Like I said, it's going to take a while to get everything here in the studio the way that I want it to be, like organized and everything like that. Some of these pitchers are going to move around. Debo around the right side. Ooh, okay, knocked out of bounds for a loss of about a yard. But yeah, some pitchers are going to get moved around. Uh, I'm not exactly sure where everything's going to land at this point. Still got to figure out a way to put up the pop figures, at least some of them. The ones that I really want to display, like my Phoebe Cates in the red bikini from Fast Times, that's kind of a must. But yeah, I'm hoping that at some point in the next few weeks this thing will come together. Also, in a quick programming note, we're going to be doing a show tomorrow night as opposed to Thursday night for obvious reasons. Thursday night's Thanksgiving. I don't want to bother these people, my whole crew, Cora and Tex, and even Brooding Gamer and Jeremy. And I don't want to bother anybody to come do stuff like this in a night where we should be spending our time with our families. So obviously, no show Thursday, but there's plenty of stuff for us to talk about already. So we're going to go ahead and do a show tomorrow. And that's going to be kind of a makeup for what we're not doing on Thursday. And then obviously, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates it and has fun with it. And it looks like it's going to be a punt for the Niners. Wisnowski down the field. Save it from going in the end zone. Nice. Go Niners. They're going to get the ball inside their own 5. Ridiculous. Did you figure out the internet problem? It was rough last week. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's the internet or if it's my computer, to be perfectly honest. I think it's probably more my to see. I mean, right now I seem to be doing okay. So, here comes on the movie note, since that's what we talk about the most. Here's the final trailer for Avatar. I heard that was going to be dropping tonight. So I'm obviously not watching with sound on right now but although I find it funny that I can't play a trailer and review it at the same time on YouTube without them killing my stream. I think that's kind of stupid, but whatever. What's up, EJ? Good to see you. I saw you were kicking it with Casey for a little while last night. I didn't get a chance to watch it live, but I watched a good portion of you guys hanging out on YouTube when I got home from work last night. Good to see you hanging out with Casey. Yeah, Casey forgot about his team. Let me, that was one of the things I wanted to do real quick. Let's go to Fantrax. Take a quick look at my fantasy team. Let's see. Burrow, 20-something points. I know they've changed the way that this thing looks a lot. Go to home. I'm not going to bother putting this on the screen. What's up, Jeff in the zone? Is this a raid from EJ? That's awesome. I'll take that. Let's see. Who am I playing? I am playing Battle of 8 and 2 teams. Let's go. Let's go. I'm down. Let's see. Looking at it right now, I am projected to score 97 points. He is projected to score 71. I've got Kittle going tonight. And Tex, you said you actually played the Arizona defense against the Niners. That's ballsy, because either they're going to score a ton. Either defenses can score a ton of points against the Niners, or the Niners are going to blow you up. There's never really any in between. It all depends on what Niner team shows up. But not only do you have to make up a bunch of points by Arizona having a big game, you're also counting on Kittle not doing much. And so far, it's early, and he's got nothing right now, but it's still, we got 5 minutes left in the first quarter. So yeah, but right now I'm sitting pretty. I mean, if nobody scored, if everything stayed the way it was, I'd win. And I've got 25-point cushion, and I don't think you're scoring 25 points. So in the reality, I almost don't need Kittle tonight. But yeah, I'll be 9-2 on top of the league at the end of the night. Let's go. Down. Let's see. Thank you, Jeff, for subscribing. Very much appreciated. I forgot to put my about. Go to the Patreon. It makes more sense. I can't move these pictures around the way I want. But yeah, so the banner's going to be cutting off the bottom half of me, but that's okay. That's the other half of me. I don't know Yeah, looking at some of these other scores, what do we got? Ken looking like he's going to pull off the win over Brody. Let's see. Frank's micro penis is going to get beat by Horny Broncos. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, Rose is going to take a beating from J-Man. I was hoping to have J-Man on here, but he said he was driving tonight, so that's the way that goes. Let's see. Yeah, both of our projections are down, so that sucks. But it looks like TSS is going to beat Mello, and it looks like Drew's going to beat Deity pretty handily. So Mr. Deity, the one who claims to be oh so freaking great at football and all things fantasy, he's tailing off. He's going to be, I think, 3 games behind me in our division when all this is. When if things stay as they are, he's going to be 3 games behind me in our division. And let's see, over the middle, 5 yards. Not worried about Colt McCoy. Niners defense needs to be strong today, though. Against a backup quarterback, I mean, yeah, it's Colt McCoy, and Colt McCoy has got some experience. But, I mean, if you're talking about a backup quarterback, then, bro, you better bash this guy. They got to send everything. Because if the Niners lose this game tonight, that means they'll be tied with Arizona in the standings for the division. And that won't do them any good at all. This is one of the teams they really need to beat up on right now. And they've got some good players over there, but I mean, if you're on a backup quarterback for a team that's only 4-6, actually, I lied. If they lose tonight, the Niners will be 5-5. The Cardinals will be 5-6. So technically speaking, they'd still be a half game up on the Cardinals, but whatever. Let's see. Yes, thank you very much, Jeff, for subscribing. We appreciate that. Yeah, normally we don't talk about sports that much. We usually do all of our discussions about movies and things like that. But tonight I wanted to do something a little different. And like I said, we're not going to be on Thursday for obvious reasons for the holidays. So I wanted to try to sneak in a little bit more YouTube time, and at the same time watch my Niners, who are about to receive the punt from Arizona. Let's see. Looks like a solid punt. Actually, that's a pretty solid punt. Gets the returner all the way back to the 18. He calls a fair catch. So that's not a bad deal at all when you consider that they started inside their own 5-yard line. But yeah, I was not fond of the Christian McCaffrey trade. I don't get it. I mean, you're trying to replace a couple of beat up running backs with another running back who's got a history of being beat up. I just, it doesn't make much sense to me. But he's been healthy so far. Hopefully he can stay healthy the rest of the year. Houdini's lost 3 in a row. Damn. Brutal. Let's go by division. I forget what division I'm in. We'll just go all divisions. Yeah, so it looks like Didi's got his pretty much under control. Or not Didi, but Tex has his pretty much under control. He's 2 full games up right now. Actually, he'll only be 1 full game up as Brody's winning his game this week, so he's only going to be 1 full game up. Me, I am 3 full games up right now. And if Didi loses again, I'll be 4. So I will pretty much, it's going to be my division to lose at this point. The crazy thing is the South Division. You got 2 teams at 5-5, 1 team at 4-6. And Ken's not giving up. He's going to be 3-8 after this week if he ends up winning this game. So still everybody in that division, which I find really interesting. This is my money league. I'm just getting my ass kicked. It's not even pretty. It's just bad. But Tech says we should do a Super Bowl show. All of us derail guys should get on a live and hang out. That normally that would be exactly what I would do, but I'm not 100% sure my work situation is going to be because Super Bowl nights are pretty busy for us. Now I did tell one of my guys at work that and what's up TSS, but I did tell one of my guys at work that if the Niners were in the Super Bowl, that I would not be working that night under any circumstances. I didn't give a shit how much trouble I got into. So, but he himself is a Vikings fan, and because the Vikings are actually having a really good year this year so far, the game yesterday notwithstanding, I told him, I said, since we can't both make the Super Bowl, if your team makes the Super Bowl, I'll cover you for the Super Bowl, and if my team makes the Super Bowl, you cover me, and that way we know we're both covered to watch our team play, because they can't both play the Super Bowl. Obviously, they're both in the NFC, so maybe it'll still work out. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll have to see. Let's see. Let's go back to combined. I want to see something real quick. This is our YouTube league. Let's see. Total points for. Wow, Drew. It's surprising. Drew must be catching everybody in their big weeks. I think he is because he's scored more points than anybody else, but he's only 5-5. I'm second, not too far behind him by only about 30-ish points, 27, 28 points, and I'm 8-2. It's really weird. It's really odd at the top of our league because the top one, two, three, four, five, the top 5 point scorers in our league. TSS is number 4. He's number 5. He's 5-5. Tex is number 4. He's 8-2. And what's really odd is J Man is 4-6, but he's third in scoring. I'm 8-2, and I'm second in scoring. And Drew is 5-5, and he's got the most points for in our league. And when you go look at points against, Deity is 5-5. He's got the most points against. That sucks. And then you've got J Man, who's second. You got Casey, who's third, and Ken, who's fourth, and Mello, who's fifth. So it makes sense that all the people that have the big points against are the ones that are struggling. But it is just really weird. And I'm kind of middle of the pack. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 7th in our league, which is about halfway, a little more than halfway down. But yeah, it's like, and the Rose, he's got the lowest points against, but he's only scored 864 points all year. So he's not scoring very well either. But yeah, that's the way that goes. And division records are also pretty important. Looks like the Niners just went down to Kittle, 29 yards. Boom. There you go. There's 2.9 points for me right there, Tex. 2.9 more points. Your defense has to catch up. Actually, that's just 6 yards. It's a 2 to 29. I thought it was a 29-yard gain. Oh, well. Bottom line is I'm still going to win. But yeah, if you go look at the division records, Texas 3-0. He's the only undefeated team in his division. Deity, J-Man, me, and Horny Broncos are all 2-1, and everybody else sucks in their division. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing. There's let's see, McCaffrey again. Oh, it looks like there was a flag on the play. EJ, Casey's score for the game or for, let's see, Casey, where's he at? He has scored a total of 1,045.3 points, and his points against are 1,139. So usually when you see, it's actually not a huge difference, but usually when you see someone with a higher points against than points for, their record's pretty close, unless they're just winning a lot of really close games. But TSS says the Rose is going to get some help now with the trade we did yesterday. He gets Tua and Lazard while I get CeeDee Lamb. Well, I don't think CeeDee Lamb plays for a good team. So, I mean, whatever. Casey's getting his balls kicked this week. But Tua, I don't know. He's got. I feel like he's going to come back to earth at some point. But I don't know. Maybe he won't come back to earth till next year. I don't know, because that's the way it was for Kaepernick. He had that 1 year where he was just tearing up the league, and then everybody had tape on him, so they were able to figure him out in the offseason. And then, of course, the Niners just didn't do very well, helping his growth. But that's a whole other thing. Let's see, and of course, my daughter's trying to call. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, I wasn't planning on going live tonight, so my daughter just called me. Yeah, I know I was muted TSS. I was talking to my daughter. She called, and I don't usually YouTube tonight, so she thought it was okay to call. I didn't tell her that. But doesn't underestimate the trade. Lamb gets points, and that's the name of the game. That's true. That's true. He said, so wait, he doesn't play for a good team. That's like him to beat the Vikings. Well, look, any given Sunday. That's the old saying in football. Any given Sunday, one team can beat another team. Look, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. The Cowboys just aren't that good. They're and I've said it 100 times. They suffer from the same stuff that the Raiders suffered from. The same terrible management that the Raiders suffered from under the last 15 or so years of Al Davis. Somebody who was really important to the game at one time, but the game has evolved past his thinking. And I think that's what it is with Jerry Jones. I just think that Jerry Jones is not the smart guy, the smart football guy he once was. And look, there's no other team on the planet that would have given Dak that contract. There's just no way. And he's untradeable. All you can do if you get tired of him is release him. And then you still end up having to pay a bunch of money. So, but yeah, I have a tough time. I have a tough time getting really excited fantasy wise about wide receivers for teams with not very good or way overrated quarterbacks. But whatever. I mean, they're any given Sunday, Frank, and they're a team beating another team 43. Well, I mean, look, even the Super Bowl winning teams get beat once in a while. Sometimes you just don't have your A game. That's what happens. I got to be honest. If the Vikings and Cowboys played 10 games, I'm taking the Vikings every time. It's like I don't like Dak. Their offensive line is usually pretty good. For some reason, they can't see running backs going the way they used to. I mean, you got a guy who came out of college like Zeke who was dope. Passed to Garoppolo to Debo for 5 yards. Let's go. What am I watching right now? I feel like suddenly I'm behind now on this feed. I know this feed will sometimes skip around because it's technically not, uh-oh, Capri's loose. Let's go. Let's go. That might have been the play before that. I don't know if I'm looking at this right or not. I'm trying to see if I've got a. I'm trying to see. I think I'm caught up on the feed that I'm using on this game, but I'm not 100% sure. So I think I might be a play behind. Okay, so yeah, if so, I'm a play behind. So they've already scored. If you're looking at the NFL website that I've got on the screen right now, and I haven't even seen that scoring play yet. So I would imagine this could happen for me right now. But Zeke is overrated. I'd take Pollard every time. Well, I mean, I think he's probably overrated now, but when he came out of college, trust me, I mean, I watched this guy. I'm an Ohio State fan. I watched that guy in college. He was a beast. But if that's one of the things that happens when you get to a team is that they don't use you correctly, don't motivate you the right ways, and that's the team's fault. It's not his. And that was Ayuk for a 7-yard reception. That's what I missed. It said Samuel. That's weird. It says Garoppolo passed to Samuel to Arizona. Who do you hit? Okay, you hit Ayuk. Okay. It's saying one thing and then something else happened. I don't really understand that. I don't know if it's them or what, but yeah, Pollard might work better now, but when they drafted Zeke, he probably wasn't. They were probably planning that Zeke was going to be around for a while. I don't see Zeke being there a whole lot longer, to be honest. I think somebody who really needs a running back might go ahead and take a chance on him. But I mean, maybe not. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. And it's a commercial. But Niners are up 7-3. That's fewer points that Texas scored defensively Thank you for that. Let's see if I go and look at the games. I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate this fan site. It's it's a little bit all over the place. Okay, now one of my problems is this is what I see on my computer. My second monitor is what I should be seeing kind of everywhere. But for some reason, when I log into my phone and look, like this week's game are all down at the bottom, and I don't really understand that. But yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of interest in trading anybody this year. Two right now. If I win this week, I'll be 8-3. Do I really want to screw with my team? It doesn't seem like something I would want to do. But let's see. Yay. Yeah, Casey's gonna take a beating. Casey's gonna be 5-6, son. Eliminated. I honestly have no idea how many. Let me see if I can look at the schedule. I honestly have no idea how many games are even left. I know that J-Man had this thing set up for us to go all the way to the last time frame, day, period, projected race details. So we're going to go all the way to week 16. So this is week 11. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 games left. And if we go look at the standings, let's go all divisions, not combined. Let's see. I will be 4 games up with 5 games left to play. So I'm sitting pretty good for the division. And I will be a game up on Tex for best record. So depending on how I don't know if I can preview playoffs on here or not. Preview? Maybe? No, not really. But this, no. Yeah, I don't think I can preview the playoffs like I can on some other sites, but I would be the number 1 seed going to the playoffs, so I'm pretty stoked. What just happened that I missed? Okay. I like how it shows him going like deep, and it said 16 yards. But the way it looks at it on there, it's like they put down like a 60-yard play, which I find kind of hilarious. But yeah, Cardinals from their own about 24 over the middle to about the 30. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a first down. I need to. I'm all backwards with where my monitors are. I've moved my computer monitor, my backup monitor, my secondary monitor. I switched them sides, so now I have it set up to where I just scroll to the left with my mouse to go to that one. I actually just scroll to the left to go to the monitor that's on the right, and it's kind of tripping me out. Let's see. TSS says, remember what you said about Lamb? We get to the playoffs. Well, I mean, it's not that Lamb's going to do bad. It's that he's going to have a quarterback that crumbles. So that's going to be the whole thing. It's because remember, for a wide receiver to put up numbers, was that a catch? Not a catch to me. Yeah, that's a catch. All right. Cardinals have the ball just shy of midfield. Running play. He slipped. Goes down right before the line of scrimmage. Was that a designed quarterback run? That was weird. I don't know why you'd run with him, but yeah. The problem is that Dak is one of those guys that just doesn't do well in the big games, and if he's not doing well, that means his receivers aren't going to do well. So down the line, down the last 3 or 4 games of the season, if they're fighting for a playoff spot, Dak doesn't come through, and unless he completes everything to CeeDee Lamb and nothing to anybody else, it's not going to help CeeDee Lamb's numbers. That's why I try to get receivers that maybe aren't big names, but they have reliable quarterbacks. It's like Brady's made a lot of average wide receivers look like fantasy stars, and they're average receivers. Text says if I go to rankings, it will show players, teams, players, standings, scoring, transactions. I don't know. Rankings. I don't know what you mean rankings. But anyway, I mean, yeah, I'm 4 games up with 5 games left to play, so I'm pretty confident, at least in my division. Playoffs, it's gonna be a different story. McCoy back to pass to the left side. He hits Hopkins, enough for the first down to the Niners' 40-yard line. Let's see. Eight points for Kittle. 7 points for the Arizona defense so far. Flag against Arizona. Taunting. I didn't see him do anything. Did I miss something? TSS is calling bullshit that how come Lamb put up a bunch of points with Cooper Rush throwing the ball, because Cooper Rush is a better quarterback. Sorry, Dak's not a good quarterback. He's just not. He never has been. He's a flashy name. He's just not that good. I mean, he's what, 1-5 or 1-6 or something in playoff games. I mean, he's just not that good. Cooper Rush is probably just a better quarterback. And I know a lot of Cowboys fans don't want to hear it, but I mean, it's probably just true. I mean, Cooper Rush was what, 5-1 or something like that, but Dak comes back and they become a very average team very, very quickly. Dak's not that good. Let's see, throwing the ball. Samuel, when he had his big year, Jimmy G was throwing the ball. Well, Jimmy G is probably a better quarterback. I believe that look, I'm one of the people that said forever, you guys can go back and watch old episodes of Derailed. I didn't think they should have went off Jimmy G for this year. And I mean, yeah, is he the next Joe Montana? Absolutely not. But he's a competent quarterback, whereas Dak, he shrinks under the pressure. And Jimmy G does. Ooh, was that picked? Ooh, picked. Let's go. The run back, I don't think anybody's going to get him. Oh, I think they're calling it incomplete. Oh. I saw somebody waving it off like it was incomplete, but I see a lot of people celebrating. I got to see this call real quick. Hold on. I'll get back to what I was saying in a minute. It looked like it was Jimmy Ward. He was either tipped. Yeah, it went right off the receiver's hands, dude. Oh my God. Hit him right in the hands. Oh no, it hit him one hand. Yeah, that's pick. That's pick. That's a pick 6, son. Let's go. They're probably reviewing it, obviously, because it's a scoring play, but I think that's going to be a pick 6 for the Niners. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think I played the Niner defense today, too. Or are they saying he was down? I think they might be saying he was down. That's what I think is happening. I think they were saying he was down. But Jimmy G's a better quarterback. I mean, I'm sorry. It's like Dak is just not that good. He's a name. He's flashy in Dallas. And Jerry Jones likes the flash. He's just not all that great of a quarterback. Oh, I really got to rearrange this thing on my computer. It's driving me nuts. He says Cooper Rush is average. Look at his stats. Below average game manager. Well, they won those games because of the running game and the defense. Well, they won. I mean, it's the same running game and the same defense that Dak has, and Dak isn't winning games. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, that's just the way that goes. But I'm waiting on my computer to catch up. It's doing this thing where it doesn't like to tell me what it's doing. It doesn't like to work. It's obviously putting the stream out there just fine, but it's just on a weird moment. So, contribute to the new computer fund for Frank with the links below. But I mean, look, I mean, honestly, I've said it 100 times. I think that Dallas needs either, if not new ownership, new leadership, because Jerry Jones, the game's just going past him. It's the same problem the Raiders had with Al Davis. He thought he was smarter than the game, and the game was just way beyond him. And you'll notice that the Raiders started to get a little bit better when his son Mark Davis took over, and Al Davis passed away, unfortunately, of course. But they started to get a little bit better. They look a lot more like a football team. They still have their problems, and I think a lot of those problems might be yeah, it was intercepted by Ward for no gain. So yeah, they called him down. Okay, but yeah, I think what they need is they need new leadership in there. He needs to either hire somebody to run the football stuff, but he's obviously not smart enough to run everything by himself. So the Niners have the ball. They're starting out on the Cardinal side of the 50, and of course, quick shot over the middle to looks like who did I go to? I can see. Oh, Kittle. Who else? Uh, Cooper Rush might look. I mean, I'd like to see Cooper Rush get a shot, but I don't know if he's definitely going to be the starter somewhere else next season. I mean, if you look around the league, who's going to want him? I mean, who's really going to be in need of a quarterback next year that won't be in a position to address that in the draft? I honestly think, well, in a smarter world, I honestly think that you would see Dak get traded next year, and Cooper end up sticking around as a starter in Dallas until they figure out what else they want to do at quarterback. That's what I would do. I mean, let me see. Let's see if I can pull up my football site. Football Reference. Pull up my Football Reference website, profootballreference.com. Actually, profootballreference.com, they have portals for all kinds of sports, and that is the place to go to for stats, in my opinion. And Garoppolo from the Cardinals 39 out of the shotgun. Ooh, he threw a little high for Brandon Ayuk, but no harm done. There was nobody there for the Cardinals to pick it off. But let's see. Oops, scroll past it. Dak Prescott. There's also a comparison tool on here that I think I could probably use. I don't know if I could break it down to like certain games. And of course an ad, because it wouldn't be the internet without an ad. Let's see. Touchdown Kittle, baby. Sorry, Tex. So not only are you losing points off of defense, but 39-yard touchdown reception for Kittle. This game very easily could go the other way. I'll have to look to see if I play their defense. But I mean, they lost to Tampa that game in week 1, which was not pretty at all for anybody. He threw no touchdowns and 1 interception. Then that was the game that he got hurt, I think. So he didn't play again until week 7. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Week 8 against Chicago, big scoring game, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Green Bay, which is just not a good team anymore. They're just not. 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And against Minnesota, look, for that big score, he only threw 2 touchdowns, didn't break 300 yards. So, I mean, usually if you blow out a team like that, I expect a quarterback to have 300-plus yards and 3 touchdowns. He didn't do either. He didn't rush. Yeah, he's not running a whole lot this year, which honestly I think is probably good. I want my quarterback winning games with his arm and not with his legs. TSS says, nope, the Raiders have been the same team just because they finally made the playoffs twice in his tenure doesn't mean shit. They hired a self-proclaimed draft expert to do their draft. Well, I mean, yeah, but success is success. It's like, I mean, it's the same thing with Cooper Cooper Rush. It's like he goes in there and they win games. It's like, Dak goes in there and they don't. It's kind of all in it's kind of the proofs in the pudding, as they say. Let me try to go to the Dallas Cowboys page on Pro Football Reference so I can maybe do this. Let's see. Schedule results for this year. Right now, they're second in the NFC East. Yeah, go figure the Giants out. I have no idea how that's working out this year. I mean, I know they didn't look good yesterday, but let's see. I'm pulling up their schedule and everything. And the extra point was good. Niners are up 14-3. I need to put up some numbers. Let's go, Niners. Let's go. It even says right here, owner, president, general manager, Jerry Jones. Owner serves as team's de facto general manager, is what it says in parentheses on Pro Football Reference, which I find hilarious. Their expected win-loss was 7.2 to 2.8. I don't know why that's weird. I don't understand. Strength of schedule was 21st. So I mean, wasn't like they were playing all the best stuff. I mean, everybody's strength of schedule has been weird though. I know 49ers fans are just happy and content making the playoffs. You'll be all over the. Well, I mean, the Niners have a ton of potential. And look, hey, don't shit on Jimmy. Jimmy's taken him to a Super Bowl and 2 NFC title games. That's one of the reasons why I was like, you don't get away from what works. And look, like I said, is Jimmy the best quarterback out there? Absolutely not. but I mean, you can't knock the fact that he's gotten him to 2 NFC title games and a Super Bowl. You can't knock that. Let's see, Bengals. They beat the Bengals. Yeah. Well, I mean, Cooper Rush beat the Bengals. They weren't doing very well. They had a really tough start to the season. They beat the Giants, who, like I said, I don't know if they're actually a really good team or not. They beat the Commanders, who are not a really good team. They beat the Rams, who had a real bad slump. Let's see. And then they lost to the Eagles, which I don't understand the Eagles either. They beat the Lions, who are not doing that great. The win against the Bears is kind of impressive because the Bears have actually looked pretty good this year. They beat the Packers in overtime. The Packers just aren't that good. I mean, yeah, they've still got Aaron Rodgers, but he's looking pretty human. I think he's definitely on the back nine. But I mean, yeah, now they play. Let's see, they beat Minnesota. Let's see. Now they've got the Giants, the Colts, the Texans, the Jags, the Eagles again at home, and then they finish with 2 on the road against Tennessee and Washington. It's like the Giants game is going to be interesting because I don't know how either of these teams are good. One blows the other one out. That's going to be interesting to see. The Colts, the Colts are a mess. I don't understand the whole Jeff Saturday thing. That makes no sense to me at all. The Texans don't look good. The Jaguars, I don't know. The Eagles, I don't know what they're going to look like. They play them on Christmas Eve. Who knows what's going to happen with the Eagles between now and then. I feel like they're going to come back to earth at some point too. And McCoy drops back off to the left. He hits the only target he's really got apparently at Hopkins. That's going to be enough for a first down, looks like. But Tennessee's a game the Cowboys would probably lose. They should beat Washington. So, I mean, they're going to end up with a winning record. They may even win the division, but who are they going to see in the playoffs is going to go as easy on them? Nobody, baby. Let me see if I can. Trying to find a box score breakdown page. Ooh. McCoy took a shot. That's right. Get to that quarterback, son. Let's go. Raider fans should be happy just making the playoffs because there was no. Nobody came into the season thinking that the Raiders were going to be real contenders anyway. So yeah, making the playoffs for them would be a huge win. Giants game will be close because it's on prime time. Thanksgiving game will be close. Well, I mean, maybe. Like I said, I don't know how good the Giants are. I don't. The Giants to me just aren't all that great. Let me 2020 Cowboys statistics. These are the box scores. I was kind of hoping to have like a breakdown. Let's see, roster and players would just be there. They break it down by season there. I don't use this site near as much as flag on that play. Make sure it's not against the Niners. Throw it over. Looks like it might be a hold. That's good too, because it was a big play by the Cardinals. It might be a lot. No, no. What was the flag then? Must have been against the Niners. Sorry, I'm not watching with the sound on because I don't want to get into any entanglements with ESPN. Not that I'm not watching it on a fucking on a pirate site anyway. See Lamb, Cooper. Yeah, it's got. Where is? I don't see Dak on here at all. He does still play for the Cowboys, right? Dak, there he is. Dak Prescott. There's a comparison tool. Let me see. Never mind, it's not there. I don't know where that is, but incomplete. Third down. Let's hold him. Let's hold him. I'd settle for them. I'd settle for them holding him for a field goal right now. That'd be kind of dope. TSS says the Colts game will be close only because of their defense. Yeah, that's true. I I don't get that whole thing with Jeff Saturday and firing Frank Reich. It's just that doesn't make any sense to me. That to me is the kind of stupid move that Al Davis or Jerry Jones would make. That's the kind of move that shows you that your owner's kind of out of touch. 3rd and 4. Did he skip it in? Ooh. Oh, he caught it. I could have swore that hit the ground. Anyway, it's going to be 1st and goal, Arizona, inside the 5. Well, that looked like it skipped in. No, he got it. Okay, fair enough. Not taking anything away from him. They get in? Yep, it's like a touchdown Cardinals. Oh, well. It's a whole scrum of bodies at the goal line, but they're saying James Conner got in, 2-yard touchdown run for the Cardinals. That's all right. We're going to have to get the ball back. We're going to score. I ain't tripping. But yeah, looking at the NFC, it's really odd. Right now, Philly has got the division. Dallas, the New York Giants, and the Washington Redskins would all be the wild card. So the entire NFC East would be in right now. I don't understand that at all. I don't get that at all. It's a little more spread out in the AFC. Miami and Buffalo are tied for the division, and New England would be a wild card. Baltimore's winning the AFC North, and Cincinnati would be a wild card. Tennessee and Kansas City both have their division, and there would not be any wild card out of those two divisions. So it's slightly more spread out. I have a feeling that's going to change drastically. I don't think they're going to get all 4 of those teams making the playoffs. Doesn't seem right. I mean, hell, if it ends up that way, great. But TSS says, looking at the top 7 in our fantasy football league. This is just me, but I think the only thing that will change is that Drew will maybe sneak in as one of the final playoff spots. Maybe. Move back to fan tracks so we can look. I don't know off the top of my head exactly how many teams make the playoffs or what the buys look like, but I know. Well, I mean, if he has this set up the way I think he does, I don't think it would matter. It would just be the top 2 seeds playing each other for the service time standings. I wish I could go look at like a playoff projection. It'd be really dope. Well, hit that one, playoffs. I just noticed that. It's in a really weird spot. I have to play this a lot to get used to the site. It's really weird the way it's all organized. So yeah, all it says is it just has the seeds. It doesn't say who the projected playoff would be. So the first seed would get a bye, and they would play the winner of the 4 and 5 seed game, which I don't know who that would be right now. Let me do a little bit. Oops, I knocked it over. Sorry, I'm still trying to get my space together. So if we're looking at standings, all. Let me look at this. Combined, not all, only combined. So right now, so it's going to be me. If things hold, I beat Tex. That would make me the 1 seed. Then Tex would be the 2 seed. Then Brody the 3. TSS the 4. Jesus Christ, half the league's going to make the. And then Rose somehow was squeezing in. Let's see, Deity. And Horny Broncos. Well, right now, okay, here's where it gets interesting. Is TSS, the Rose, Deity, Horny Broncos, which is Firebird, Drew, and Casey are all tied for what would be essentially the 4th seed. So right now, not including this week's games, Garoppolo over the middle. Of course, he hit Debo. Who else would he hit? And it's going to be a first down, gain of about 13 or 14 yards. So right now it would be, and again, this is really just taking into account me and Tex switching spots. But I go to playoffs. It would be me with a bye. Tex would play Horny Broncos. Garoppolo back to pass. Screen to McCaffrey. 12 more yards and a first down. I'll take it. Works for me. Let's see. Brody is the 3 seed. He would play Deity. And TSS would play Rose. That's what it would look like right now. I'd have a bye, Tex against 20 Broncos, Brody against the Deity, and TSS against the Rose. That's what it would look like right now if the playoffs ended. If we took the seeds right now, but that's gonna actually, technically speaking, if we change seeds right now, it'd be Tex with the bye week, and I would play Horny Broncos. But I'm about to beat Tex and take the 1 seed with any luck. Out in the flat to McCaffrey, another first down. Niners moving the ball, son. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, and I would play the winner of the. I would. Well, it says I would play the 4 seed, but I would play the winner of that game between the 4 seed and the 5 seed. So yeah, that would be TSS or Rose. I would play the winner of that game. Now I don't know if they do it like the NFL and like the seeds matter, because if you just go by the strict bracket, yeah, but so I would play. I don't know if I just play the lowest, the highest remaining seed or what, but I don't know. It's just a bracket, so I'll worry about that when I come to it. But yes, we will have. See, week 15 will be round one of our playoffs. Week 16 will be round two, and week 17 will be the championship. So hopefully, there's not a lot of people resting the last week of the season and kind of fucks up the whole championship thing. But see, once the playoff positions are set, says Tex, all of us derail guys should do a pick 'em for who's going to win the Super Bowl and do a live stream for the Super Bowl. Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, as long as I can get Super Bowl Sunday off work, I'm game to do some streaming that night. I'd really be surprised if Drew didn't want to do something that night, regardless. I mean, even if he is, on hiatus from the whole derailed thing, doing the Super Bowl is kind of what we've always done. So I would imagine that he would be there, to stream it. Let's see, Case already lost, so he's 5-6. Rose lost, now he's 5-6. D lost, so he's 5-6. Well, that doesn't really change much because they're all still tied. If I hold on, I can be 6-5, and Brody lost, he's 6-5, which means if I hold on, I'd be tied with Brody. So yeah, that would definitely change for the third seed. Yes, that would definitely change some things. So yeah, we'll have to look at that after, because I'm pretty sure the one thing about Fantrax that I really really like is that as soon as the Monday night game is over, they will completely update their shit like the moment it's over and it's on to next week. It's one of the things I kind of like about it. One of the things I don't like about the other sites is it takes like 24 hours, sometimes 48 to fully recycle. And I think it's really annoying because sometimes I want to make moves as soon as the Monday night game is over. That Tech says, yeah, that's what he means on his channel. Well, I mean, hopefully he would. I've been knocking around the idea in my head about trying to do like not necessarily a derail, but just do like a current events thing. But I don't know if I want to venture into that or not. I mean, for one, I'm still trying to work out my schedule at work. I just changed stores again, and I don't know how long I'll be at this store. And I'm really annoyed at the fact that I'm at this store. But the projections from Fantrax need some TLC though. Yeah, I don't understand how they do things on Fantrax. I can't figure that out. Let me close out Pro Football. Dang, I don't need that right now. Yeah, I don't fully understand the way they do their shit either, but I mean, whatever. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of this head-to-head schedule. Yeah, TSS, I'm with you. I like that we get the results right away and move on to next week. That is something that's kind of nice about this site. I just clicked on that. Okay, it's taking a minute, but come on, Niners, let's go. Let's go. Why does it say $ Niners versus Cardinals? Do I need to fix that? I think I should. Let me get on to YouTube to fix that. Ooh, dangerous. You got to throw to somebody other than Debo, man. Hopefully, we can keep the Derail League alive for next year since we're not doing a regular show. It may be hard, but I'd like to keep it alive. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we will. I mean, it's not like we don't need YouTube to do this league. So, I mean, it's not really that big of a, Derail doesn't have to be currently active in the form that it was for us to do a league. So I'm sure we'll probably keep it going. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I have to go to YouTube so I can change my title, which I didn't realize I had screwed up. Ooh, right off Debo's hand. Oh, that was catchable too. They had Debo both hands. Oh well, wasn't intercepted, so I'll take it. And another commercial. While the 49ers figure out what the hell they're doing. So I play Mello again next. Nope, I already played Mello. Going back to week 1. Let's see. I get to beat Casey next week. That shouldn't be hard. And then I get to beat the Deity again. And then I get to beat Mello again. And again, they don't have any playoff projections like other sites would, which is not a big deal because it's fluid anyway. But yeah, I didn't realize that the Alex and the Garbage Man is live right now too. I totally forgot it was Monday. I don't usually go live over those guys, but I wanted to fuck around tonight and sit and watch the Niner game. And is that a first down? To McCaffrey, of course, because gotta throw the new toy. Yeah, it's first down. Let's go. Let's go Niners. I should pop into Alex and the Garbage Man, to Alex and Nick Stream, and apologize for going over him. I totally forgot today was Monday. I mean, I knew, but I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? I don't usually do spontaneous live streams, so when I got the thought in my head to do it, I just did it. About 4 more yards to Debo. Come on, YouTube. Finish loading the page so I can fix my stupid typo in the title. Oh, they finally let him go downfield. Oh! Went to Dwan Jennings. I like Jennings, man. That guy can be a beast. He's going to throw to him more. Well, let's go. 3rd and 6 at the 21 for the Niners. Garoppolo back to pass in the pocket over the middle, incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 6. So it looks like field goal time. Go to the live stream so I can fix my typo. Field goal up and good, if that can be believed. Up and good. 17-10 Niners. It's all right. I'll take it. Details. Let me fix my screw up. So here in a minute, you guys will be able to refresh your browser and it won't say $ Niners versus Cardinals. I don't know why the hell I did that. Let's see. Click on that and fix my blunder. 49ers versus Cardinals live game reaction. That's not so bad. I don't feel so stupid. You can put a few tags in there. Hopefully, maybe get some extra viewers out of this. Looks like the kick one through the end zone for a touchback. Save that. And now my title doesn't look like I'm stupid. Eight targets, 7 receptions for 77 yards for Hopkins tonight. Yay, yay. Actually, I'll go back. Cold shotgun out in the flat to Connor. He's going to pick up 6 or 7. It's not a bad play. Text says I was subconsciously trying to say my Niners are money. Well, I wouldn't call the Niners money. It's like, I'm not overly confident in the Niners these days, except for their defense. Colt McCoy's going to get out and scramble. Ooh! He bounced off the defender head first. Surprised I didn't draw a flag. I guess it wasn't nearly as violent in slow motion. TSS says, I wanted to get your thoughts, Frank, on Bob Iger coming back as Disney CEO. You will get all that tomorrow, sir. That was quite a shocking development that I did not see coming. And I've read some stuff, I've heard some stuff already from other sources and things like that, and I have my take, and we will be getting all that tomorrow. Again, we will be doing a live stream tomorrow. Because there's not going to be a stream on Thursday. There's plenty of stories to talk about. But yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. All I can say is it's a good thing. it's a good thing ultimately, but it's not going to be what a lot of people might think it will be, because something you got to remember is Bob Iger, yes, he's agreed to come back, but he's only doing it for 2 years. He said flat out 2 years. And there's not a lot that can be done in 2 years, but there's 2 very important things that I think Bob Iger is going to have to do. I'll go to those tomorrow. But yeah, that was definitely a big piece of news when that came out. That definitely got us. And it looks like we're going into the half. It's going to be 17-10 Niners at the half. Let's see. I'll take a minute right now. I mean, since it's halftime and we've got a little while to let me throw some. Take whatever I need away. Since we're going into it right now. Yes, definitely Bob Iger. There's actually some Indiana Jones news. There's actually we have an idea of what the plot's going to be now. There's some set pictures and things like that. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some news on that. There was something else I wanted to talk about with that, and I forget what it is. Maybe my computer give it a second to catch up because it's doing its thing again. But yeah, Indiana Jones. I toyed with the notion. We were talking about it in our creative room thing on Twitter about talking about the Grateful Dead, the Walking Dead finale. But I have not watched Walking Dead since really season 1. I tried and I just couldn't get into it. So I don't think we'll talk anything about that. I might let Jeremy kind of go off on a tangent about it. If he has something to say, I'll have to reach out to him and see if he's got something big to go into. But yeah, Tech says the plot for Indiana Jones 5 sounds interesting. Yeah, I don't quite know. There are things about it I'm not entirely sure of, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see. There was some other stuff. Let me go into Twitter. There was some stories they put into Twitter that I wanted to look into as well. And I came home from work today. I sucked down some quick dinner, and then I went right to getting this stream together. So I didn't really have a chance to look. So actually, I'll probably get on Twitter on my phone, see everything else. What else did I want to talk about? Let's see. There was some other stories that you guys had put in there. The Indiana Jones thing. Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania Pop offers the first look at MODOK. Oh, yeah, the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool Christmas movie. I thought about mentioning that. I'm not sure. I might. Somebody just said, yeah, Tex talking about Jason David Frank passing away. It's a story, but I was not a big fan of of the Power Rangers. Sorry, guys, it wasn't my thing. No offense if it was yours. It wasn't mine. Maybe talking about this thing with Tarantino, about this era being one of the worst in history. I don't know. Maybe the Tarantino thing. I don't know. I'll work on it tomorrow. I have some things around the house I want to do tomorrow. So maybe the Tarantino comments. Yeah, obviously the Bob Iger thing. And I guess all the stories that were in there for now. Oh, yeah, Blade. Blade apparently has a new director. That's something that Tex turned me on to. So, yeah. And boy, the chat got super busy super fast. I went in and added some tags, hoping that it would get some. We got rated by somebody. I'm missing who. Sorry, I was looking at stories to go into tomorrow for the usual stuff, and I kind of missed what ended up happening. But yeah. But hey, how's it going, everybody? Don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate it if you did. We talk movies here mostly. It's just kind of a BS stream. So yeah, not something I would usually do. So glad you guys are all here. Appreciate it. Tom Grossi is the Raider. What's up, Tom Grossi? How's it going, man? Appreciate it. Thanks for bringing some people here. Really appreciate it. So go click on Tom Grossi's stuff if he's in here in the chat somewhere, and go check out his channel. I'm not sure what he does, but I'm gonna go look now. After I get done with what I was doing, I'm gonna close Twitter out now. Yeah, it is halftime. 17-10 Niners at the half. It makes me happy. I mean, I'm not mad. You know, it's funny. I put in a poll on Twitter, and let me put the thing up here. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, there it is right there on the screen. You guys can go check me out. I'm all the time on Twitter and stuff like that. But yeah, it's the Blade's finally got a new director. Probably talking about that tomorrow. I might talk about Tarantino's comments because there's been a lot of directors kind of talking shit. But yeah, so probably talking about that. And yeah, Indiana Jones 5 news. And obviously, what's going to dominate the conversation tomorrow is going to be Bob Iger. I mean, there's a whole lot to say about that. But anyway, that's me on Twitter. Thanks for the quick raid, guys. I very much appreciate it. Donald Hearn says, "What's the best movie of all time?" That's way too hard to even try to answer. I mean, I can tell you what my favorite movies are, but I mean, it's really hard to say. I can tell you that some of my favorite movies are, I like period pieces and war movies. So it's like Schindler's List is obviously good. It's a hard movie to watch, but Schindler's List is a good one. I love coming of age movies like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, things like that. I went through a period for a while about 10 or so years ago where I was trying to watch all of the Howard Hughes movies that he made back in the 30s and 40s. So I've seen like Hell's Angels and stuff like that, The Outlaw, the original Scarface, things like that. So those movies I think are very well done. It changes from day to day. So yes, Purple Bandit, Saving Private Ryan is also another great movie. Spielberg's got something about the way he makes movies. It's really just, he's fantastic. He says his is Fight Club. Can't go wrong with that. That's a fantastic. I love David Fincher movies are awesome. I love it. His brand of storytelling is so unreal. It's hard to wrap my head around, and as I'm trying to wrap my head around it, I'm missing the subtlety. But when it all hits you towards the end, especially with something like that, or like a Zodiac or something like that, it's like when it all hits you at the end of the movie, it all suddenly makes sense, and you feel like an idiot because you didn't see it before. But when it hits you, it's huge. If you guys coming in, appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to butcher this name. Lucheron V. Thank you, Eric Wallace. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it, you guys, for subscribing. Come back. We talk movies all the time. We do this. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption, another great movie. The thing about movies, and John Campea says this a lot. He's like, movies are a form of art, and there's not really an explanation as to why you like the art that you like. You just like it. My girlfriend, for example, doesn't like The Godfather. I think The Godfather is a masterpiece. Now, she doesn't like it, and that's fine. But it's. I have a friend of mine who's an artist. She's a painter, and she looks at a painting like Van Gogh's Starry Night, and she gets moved by it emotionally. And I appreciate the painting for the art that it is, but I don't get moved the way she does. But it's not that her being moved is wrong. That's the art that touches her at an emotional level. And movies are the same way. They're a form of art, just like poetry, like sculpting, like painting. They're a form of art. And there are a lot of artists out there that I really like. Spielberg, Fincher, even Michael Bay to an extent. But, stuff like that. It's art. Enjoy your art. There's movies out there that a lot of people think are terrible that I really enjoy. It's like I enjoy Battlefield Earth. A lot of people think it's one of the worst movies ever made. And I understand why, but it's a movie that's always been a guilty pleasure of mine. Is it a great movie? No. I can see all the holes and the reasons why people don't like it. But at the same time, I like the concept of it, if not the finished product. But you like what you like. Don't ever be ashamed to like a movie that you like. That's just dumb. Let's see. Grossi Posse raid time. Yeah, I appreciate it. Whoever decided to come over and raid my channel, I really appreciate it. Thank you all you guys who have subscribed the last few minutes. I very much appreciate it. And I will definitely be going to check out Grossi's channel. So I'm not sure what he does over there, but let's go have some fun. Yeah, I looked up and it was like, wait a minute, there's like a bunch of people in the chat, and I have no idea where they all came from. But thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I scroll in the chat now to kind of figure out where it started, and it's like I can't even catch up now. But appreciate it, guys. Very, very kind of you guys. Again, I hope you come back for more. We talk a lot of movies. I've got a great crew here between Jeremy and Cora and Tex and Brooding Gamer when he's able to come on, and my buddy Aaron keeps saying he wants to try to come on, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, I mean, there's also a great community of film fans. You see a lot of them have links in my description. So if you want to go check out guys like Night Watch Zone and Gory B Movie and people like that, go check them out too. There are a lot of really great content creators. We all just love to talk about movies. It's nothing over the top. We just like to sit here and talk about movies. We have a lot of fun together. American Werewolf, New Jersey, another great one. Yeah, so go check out some of the guys, the content creators are in my description. Well, I'm still trying to scroll up to see where the whole raid thing started. I'm still not. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's see. Going down to the newer comments. There's something I need to do real quick. Let's go over here. Yeah, it is still halftime. Yeah, one of the things I was getting ready to say when I noticed that there was a bunch of people in the chat was that I had put a poll up on Twitter saying I may go live for the Niner game tonight. Do you think I should? And it only got 6 votes, but it was 50-50. 50% of you said hell yes. 50% of you said no, you suck. I'm pretty sure a few of the people said no, you suck. We're just trying to be facetious and play a joke. Like Insta Costanza, our buddy, of course, says no, you suck with a smiley face emoji. But yeah, that's so. I wasn't expecting. I mean, like I said, I was only really on here tonight to try to kill some time. But as I go back to the game stream, yeah, we have fun around here. And again, I've got a lot of really cool people on here that like that come on here and talk with me. Tex, of course, and Jeremy are the horror fanatics. They're also really cool guys to talk movies with. Same thing with Cora. She's not quite the cinephile that I am, but her perspective is also very, very valuable. And she's always good for those moments where I need somebody to fill time and to have a squirrel moment. That's her thing. But yeah, and thank you, Naomi, for staying. Appreciate it. Yeah, all you guys who subscribed in the last few minutes, I very much appreciate it. I'm actually going to go check out the Grossi channel right now since it's still halftime. I'm not sure what he does over there, but hey, thanks for subscribing, all you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, usually I'm either watching Timcast or I'm watching Alex and the Garbage Man right now on Monday nights. But I decided, like I said, for shits and giggles. Casey's fake accounts did negative votes. Yeah, probably. More than likely. Our profile's doing. Let's see. Lampoons is the greatest Christmas movie I ever saw. Oh, definitely. Let's see. ELS Train Tuber says during the holidays, I love to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Absolutely. That's my personal favorite Christmas movie. That and Scrooge. Although I will say, since we're kind of on the topic right now, and I have some time to kill before halftime, that before halftime ends rather, that we actually just watched Spirited. Me and my girlfriend sat here and watched it the other night, the new one with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. That movie was surprisingly good. I really thought it was going to be kind of cornball and stupid, but it was like Scrooged. It was a very interesting take on the whole Christmas Carol story, the old Charles Dickens story. So I thought I couldn't quite get with the musical aspect of it. I'm a bit of a sucker for musicals, but it was kind of losing me a little bit. But yeah, it ended up being a lot funner than I thought it would be, because as I was watching it, I was enjoying it, and then I was thinking about it after we were done watching the movie. I was like, you know what, that actually wasn't half bad. So if you go, it's on Apple Plus. Go check out Spirited. It's actually a really fun movie. I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds. Come on, it's Ryan Reynolds and it's Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell was kind of like Ryan Reynolds light until Ryan came along and just went full bore. But yeah, it's do I have? No, let me see. Okay, it's not me. I have audio. Oh, there it was. I don't know why it was playing audio. Oh, that's what it was. I don't have my headphones on right now, so usually when I start something, it's it plays in my headphones and I'll hear it. Let's see what we got going on right now. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I don't know. That's the that's a debate. That's a debate to be had, and maybe in the next month we'll have that debate. Me personally, look, whatever you want to be a Christmas movie is a Christmas movie. Ultimately, I mean, if you think it's a Christmas movie, sure. If you think it's not, then it's not. It doesn't really matter. I just think the debate can be really fun. Yeah, I've also got Tom Grossi playing on my other monitor. And give him some love. Send him a quick super chat real quick. Show him a little bit of love for the raid. Yeah, let's see. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. If you want it to be a Christmas movie, it's a Christmas movie. That's all I'm saying. So most of the time, it's kind of a silly argument because what makes a Christmas movie? And this is one of the things that I realized. Uh, what was it? A couple of years ago, I think on Derailed, we were having this conversation right around that time, and it's like it's what constitutes a Christmas movie? Is it around the holidays? Is it about the holidays? Can you have a Christmas movie based in Los Angeles or Florida where you don't get snow? It's like there's all these weird things that kind of characterize what a Christmas movie is, but really it's just all about what you want. It doesn't really matter. If you think something is a Christmas movie, then damn it, it's a Christmas movie. I hope none of the audio that just played a minute ago went over my air. I don't want to be a dick and accidentally play somebody else's YouTube audio. Very accidentally, not at all intentional. Let's see. Texas National Lampoon's, A Christmas Story, Bad Santa, Batman Returns, Nightmare Before Christmas, my top five. I got to be honest, I'm not fond of a lot of things. Tim Burton, I mean, he's done some things that are really, really good. He's done some things that are pure trash. It's really, really hard, but it's really hard for me to get behind Tim Burton. But whatever. If you're a Tim Burton fan, that's great. It's not that all of his movies are garbage. It's that he's either hit or miss. There's not a whole lot of in between with him, and that to me is something I don't always know how to reconcile with. You know what I mean? But like I said, that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie he did was pure trash. But the reality is, he made the first two Batman movies with Michael Keaton, and those are some of my favorite superhero films. His dark tone of filmmaking really fit that character, and I thought it was awesome. But him as a filmmaker as a whole, not really my thing. Sleepy Hollow, great movie, but not really my thing. Filmmaker, but he did make one of the greatest cinematic achievements of all time, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That is a Tim Burton film, and I will go to my grave saying that is one of the most entertaining films that I have ever seen in my entire life. So anybody who wants to poo-poo me for that can go right ahead, because I think that movie is fantastic. Let's see what else got going on in the chat. Movies. Jack Frost is one, Keaton one, the horror one. Yeah, I mean, is that a Christmas movie? I mean, is it? I mean, I don't know. It's like, well, what's this one with David Harbour coming out? Not Bad Santa. What's it called? Oh, hell. I forget the name of the movie. It looks fun as hell. It looks like it's a lot of fun. I'll have to look it up real quick. Hold on. Let me go look it up. And yes, in case you haven't realized, by the way, the second half has started and the Niners got the ball first. They have the ball right now. They're on 30. It's 2nd and 5. Let's see. Garoppolo over the middle. Caught, but he's going to be a couple of yards short of a first down. So we're looking at 3rd and 1 right now for the Niners. And it looks like the Niners got it, baby. Let's go. 1st and 10. Looks like Garoppolo took that one himself. Nice. Let's do it. Santa Slaves with Bill Goldberg is fun. Pee Wee Herman's Amazing Adventure. No, it's Pee Wee's Big Adventure was the one that he did back in the late 80s. I want to say, well, actually, maybe mid late 80s, 87, 88, somewhere around there. That was actually Tim Burton's first feature film. The one that came out on Netflix a couple of years ago, which was Pee Wee's Grand Adventure or something like that, that was not done by Tim Burton. Actually, Paul Reubens had reached out to Tim Burton wanting to know if he was interested in doing a sequel. And Burton actually, for whatever his reasons, I forget why, wasn't. And I think one of those reasons probably was that at the time he was Paul Reubens was still kind of persona non grata because of all the stuff that he's famous for doing while not wearing that goofy gray ill-fitting tuxedo. I mean, I don't want to talk about it. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about if you know you know. But yeah, Eli Mitchell back in. I don't know if I started him this week or not, but let's see. Looks like Niners out of the eye. Handoff to, I can't tell who it is. First, last push might have gotten him a first down. Who was that? That was Eli Mitchell. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah, they sent use check out to block the outside. He cuts it back in and looked like he was short, but he kept the legs moving. And I think it was the guy that came in from behind him to finish him off is the one that ended up pushing him across the line to gain. So yeah, let's go. Let's do this. The one with the carnival was pretty cool too. Yeah, that was Big Top Pee Wee, and that had a lot of the same feel, but not quite as good. But it did have a similar feeling. It was fun. It's not the Paul Reubens that I run to if I'm wanting to see any Pee Wee Herman fare. That's not the one I run to. I usually go Pee Wee's Big Adventure. But yeah, that was a pretty fun movie. I'm in Big Adventure this bike, so yeah, I figured you did. He was going to the Five Knuckle Shovel. Yeah, well, I'm not going to bother reading the rest of that because we know what it says. But yeah, that's what he did. That's true. All right, Niners got 1st and 10 again. Driving, let's go. Are they across midfield yet? It looks like they are. It looks like they have the ball at the 39.5-yard line. And they're showing pictures of John Lynch. John Lynch has done a good job in San Francisco, man. I was kind of cool on the idea at first of him being the guy, him being the general manager, but shit, he's proved himself to me. Some trickery with that weird double revert. Oh, Debo, go, baby, go. Touchdown. Let's go. Let's do it. Debo with a big run. Let's go. 39-yard touchdown run for Debo. 23-10 with the extra point coming. Let's do it. Hell yeah, I got that block out in front. That gave him the crease that he needed. He just outran everybody else. Of course, got another good block down to about the 5. Let's go. 23-10 with the extra point happening right now. Kick is up. It is good. 24-10. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Happy with what I'm seeing right now. Let's see. Tech says Rob Zombie was a production assistant on the original Pee Wee's Playhouse. Fun fact of the day. That I did not know. I got to be honest. I don't think I've ever actually read all the credits for Pee Wee's Big Adventure. So, Pee Wee's Playhouse. Sorry, Pee Wee's Playhouse, the TV show. Okay, but yeah, still, I did not know that. That's interesting. It's an interesting little fact. Yeah, I knew that Rob Zombie had been around for a while. Because I know that, he came to prominence like when I was in high school, obviously with White Zombie and the music and all that. But I knew that he had been around the industry for a while. I just didn't know exactly what he had done. We're at a commercial break. But yeah, I don't know. Since I've got some people in the chat, what other movie-related questions do you guys have right now? We are in a TV timeout. As Tex says, Zombie talked about it when he did Joe Rogan's podcast. You know what? He did mention that because I watched that podcast. Yeah. Okay. I do remember that now. God, that was a long time ago. That was probably about 2 years ago. Damn. Okay. I'm still trying to, and I got sidetracked and forgot to do it. Let me go look real quick. My computer did one of its things, or it didn't want to work. As long as it's not interrupting the stream, doesn't really bother me. Let's see. Debo tonight, 50 receiving yards, 37 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown. David Harbour. Niners are kicking off. Niners right now by 2 touchdowns, 24-10. Kick went out of the end zone. Cardinals are going to get the ball around 20. I'm trying to remember the name of that David Harbour movie. Violent Night. That's the name of the new David Harbour movie coming out, where he plays Santa Claus, who happens to be delivering some toys to a family when they are attacked by someone, and he decides that he's going to take matters into his own hands as Santa Claus and beat back John Leguizamo and the group of bad people, which it looks hilarious. Violent Night is the name of the movie. Christ, he's only a year older than I am. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Violent Night. It just looks like a lot of fun. McCoy back, gets out of the pocket. He's going to take it himself and pick up about 3 yards. That's not bad. I have got to get in here and change this setting before I lose my damn mind. Second and 7 coming up. Cardinals have the ball at their own 42. McCoy drops back, stays in the pocket, and incomplete over the middle. Come on, settings. Yeah, Tex, I think it's a pretty good Monday Night Football game, too, because my team's winning. as long as my team wins, it's a great game. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from the Niners this year. I mean, I didn't like the idea of going to Lance. I feel like they should have stuck with Garoppolo, and that's complete right across midfield to Hopkins, the only real weapon McCoy has tonight, apparently. So yeah, first down, good clean catch. Down about the 49-yard line of the 49ers. So they are now in 49er territory. Actually, they're giving the 48, looks like. Ooh, quick pass. Those are dangerous. Met immediately. Picked up a couple yards. Nothing else. Lance didn't last long anyhow. Well, he got hurt. I'm sure they would have stuck with him had he not busted his leg all up. But I mean, he got hurt. I'm 100% confident that they would have stuck with Trey Lance. They would have cut off their own noses to spite their face. But it looks like a Niner player's down with what is probably a cramp. Yeah, it's not that I don't want Trey Lance to be successful. I mean, I do, because he's a quarterback for my favorite team. So I want him to be successful, because if he's successful, we have a better chance of winning games. But I feel like he needed another year. Again, sitting out his last year of college because of COVID, uh, not playing his first year. I felt like that another year in the system, another year of working with Debo and Kittle and those guys in practice, I feel like that would have been better for him. And you've got Garoppolo, you're already paying him a shit ton of money. You may as well just let him go for another year. And you've had success under Garoppolo. Again, he's not the best quarterback on the planet. That's okay. He's winning the ball games. Look, Trent Dilfer was a very average quarterback, and he won a Super Bowl and was pretty much out of the league 2 years later. So, I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't have just kept Garoppolo for another year and let him go. But that's just me. And I got to move that over here. Apply. And I think now. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Now I think I have. Sorry if my screen was kind of getting glitchy. Yeah, I had to fix the settings. See, I have a small TV that I use as a second monitor that I had it set up over here to the left, and I moved it over here to the right as I've been trying to rearrange all the stuff going on as we've gotten moved in here, and I've kind of set up the studio space and arranged it in a way that I like. And yeah, so I've been moving the monitors around on my desk, trying to figure out how everything is going to work. And I moved it from this side to that side, and I had to scroll that way to go to the right. And it was really messing with me because, you know, my brain doesn't work all that well all the time. Tech says if your team is good enough, a game manager quarterback can work well. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at the weapons the Niners have. I mean, Jesus Christ, I could go out there and win 8 games, and I suck. I'm 46 years old, fat and out of shape. All I got to do is complete a couple of passes here and there. Debo, let him do all the work. That's, I mean, so yeah. I mean, game manager is what you need. Why go spend the draft capital on Trey Lance that they did? I didn't understand that at the time. Especially considering that you had Garoppolo, you had him under contract. You know that he can help you win games. All he has to do is get the ball to Debo, get the ball to Kittle, get the ball to Ayuk. Just those quick, short passes that the 49ers made famous and popular in the 80s. That's all you had to do. He just had to go out there. He didn't have to be Joe Montana. He just had to hit those and let them do the work. And that's plenty enough to get the Super Bowl. Maybe even win one. Remember, the Super Bowl against Kansas City a couple of years ago, the Niners won the first 3 quarters by a lot. It was the fourth quarter they decided to blow it. So for 3 quarters, they were running Kansas City. So yeah, they were that close. So yeah, I mean, sure you want to add some pieces to help put you over the hump, but I mean, you don't want to make a change at quarterback right then, in my opinion. Let's see. He went on the deep side to Hopkins. It's going to be 4th and 3 now. I'm not sure where they were at on the field, but I'm thinking this is probably going to be a punt because I'm thinking this would be probably a 60-something yarder. Yeah, they're starting at the 42 or 40, yeah, 47 still or something like that. Yeah. See, I hate to say it like this because I know how hard it is to catch a football when you've got 2 guys ready to beat your ass, but that would hit Hopkins on the hands. I feel like that should be a ball that's caught. Oh, they're going for it. Okay. 56% of 4th downers they're going for it. So it's 4th and 3, and they're going for it. 3rd quarter, 7:55 left in the quarter. And incomplete. Let's go. Let's go. Niners get the ball back on downs. Nice. What's my Super Bowl matchup right now? God, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't know. Let me look at some standings, look at some stats and stuff real quick, and get an idea as to where. Because a lot of it's going to depend on seeds in the playoffs too. I mean, because you could have a really good seed or a really good team that gets kind of a shitty matchup, and it's like because I don't want to just discount the Bengals despite the fact they've had some trouble here. I mean, they're the defending AFC champs. I don't want to discount them, and they're going to get Jamar Chase back here next week, I think, fully rested down the stretch. So let's see. Let me take a look at the division standings. I'm going to look at a few things before I give you any kind of a guess. Again, I'll be wrong. I can guarantee you I'll get it. I might get one of the teams right. I'll probably end up getting them both wrong. Thank you for Sion Moala. I probably completely butchered that name. I apologize, but thank you for following us on Facebook. I appreciate that. Don't forget the Facebook and Discord and all that stuff is also in the description below if you guys want to follow us on there. I'm not as active on Discord as I used to be. I need to get more active on Discord. I basically just kind of put all the stuff there for I post the streams and everything there, but I want to get more active in that. So I mean, right now in the NFC, let's see, the Eagles are 9-1. I feel like they're going to come back down to earth. I really do. I feel like if any team this year is a fluke, it's going to be the Eagles, because there were a lot of people that just looked at them and they were like, they can't be that good. But whatever. But I mean, they're 9-1, so I can't knock them. But let's see. So Eagles, the Vikings are 8-2. Nobody saw it. Look, maybe this is the year of just the odd team blowing through the rest of the league and winning it. So can the Eagles or the Vikings win it this year? Yeah, that's 100% plausible. Tampa Bay, yeah, Brady's last year is not. It's not going well. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to count out Brady. I mean, that guy his entire career has just found ways to make things happen. So I don't want to count him out. As far as the NFC West is concerned, I think it's not next week. When do the Niners play the Cardinals? Play the Seahawks? I think it's 2 weeks from now they play, because it's going to be on Amazon. So, and of course we'll have a live stream that night while the game is going on. But I may try to. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to rework the production schedule a bit. But I mean, I think the Niners are look. If the Niners get hot, they could blow through the playoffs if they get hot. I don't know that they will if they can stay healthy. They just got Elijah Mitchell back. Who else do they have out right now? One of the offensive linemen I think is out. But yeah, but if they can come back and be healthy for the playoffs, I mean, it's a possibility. Let's see. As far as the AFC is concerned, Kansas City's 8-2. I don't want to count them out. Tennessee, they're 7-3. They've got a way of making things happen in the playoffs. Like I said, the Ravens are 7-3 and the Bengals are 6-4. I don't want to count out the Bengals. I mean, I can't. Buffalo's good. Miami, maybe they finally figured their shit out. I don't know. Right now, it's kind of all up for grabs. Across the middle on 1st and 20 after a penalty. That's going to be a pickup of a few to McCaffrey. So it looks like it's going to be 2nd down to 13. They picked up 7. It looks like Debo's getting some work on the sideline for a cramp. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, my best guess right now, I'm coming into the season, I would have said maybe Buffalo, San Francisco coming into the season, potentially, maybe. I wouldn't have said the Eagles. I might have come into the season saying Green Bay is a contender, but I don't know now. Tampa Bay, maybe. I mean, I still feel pretty confident that Buffalo is going to be the NFC champion at the end of the year. Ooh, incomplete. A lot of pressure for Garoppolo on that one. So it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. But yeah, I mean, I'm still confident in Buffalo. I think they're going to have it when they need it. But the NFC is it's a crapshoot. I mean, who'd have saw the Vikings and the Eagles as the top 2 seeds 11 weeks into the year? It doesn't make any sense. It's like Bizarro World. Tech says he's got Bills, Eagles, and Bills winning the Super Bowl. It's a possibility. I don't know. I think the Eagles are going to get exposed in the playoffs. I think they're going to run across some juggernaut team. Like the Niners might do it. I mean, who could they possibly say? The Vikings. I mean, the Vikings have been doing good. 3rd and 13 down the field, incomplete, batted away from Brandon Ayuk. So it's going to be 4th and 13, and the Niners are going to have to punt it away. That's a shame. But you know what? Niners are up by 14, so there's some cushion there. Defense is going to have to man up. Yeah, I don't know. It's anybody's game at this point. The Vikings are 8-2, but their net points are -2. That means they've been outscored by 2 points all year. That's odd. That's really, really odd. I mean, because the Eagles, they're 9-1, and their net points are 80. That means they've outscored their opponents by 80 points total this year. Tech says he'd love Cowboys and Bills as an homage to the 90s, though. Yeah, well, two different teams. The Bills were a very different team. Kelly was a very different quarterback. They had Aikman, a very different quarterback. Certainly a different quarterback than Dak. We don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. But no, honestly, it could be anybody in the NFC at this point. I still like Buffalo in the AFC though. Until I know Buffalo the last couple of weeks they haven't looked fantastic. I know that the quarterback, I'm drawing a blank his name. I had him on one of my teams last year. Josh Allen. I know he's hurt. He's having an elbow thing, but I don't know. I feel like they can get healthy and they can be ready by the time the playoffs start. It would be kind of cool though. See Steve Tasker and all those guys out there again. Just get them on the field for a little meet and greet at halftime. Just put them out there, have some fun with it. I doubt we'd see Jim Kelly. I know he has some health problems going on, so it's unlikely we would see Jim Kelly. Maybe, I don't know. I might have to Google him real quick to see what he's got going on. I haven't heard from Jim Kelly. It's been a couple of years since I've heard anything. Since I've heard anything about him. Tech says Josh Allen has been playing his best, which has cost me major fantasy points. Well, I mean, look, fantasy wise, anyway, even the best players have periods of 3 or 4 games where they struggle every year. But like I said, what matters is getting hot late. All you need to do in fantasy is make the playoffs. And if you have a roster full of people who are going to be fighting for their playoff lives in real life, come the fantasy playoffs, week like 15, 16, 17, 18, that's where you get your points. So that's the important part. You want somebody who's going to be playing for something late in the year. Because if they're not, if they've got the number 1 seed secure with 3 games left to play, then you're going to see the backup getting some time. You're going to see guys not getting used as much because you don't want to get your star quarterback's neck broke in week 17 of a game that you didn't even need to win. So looks like McCoy may have cracked his hand on someone's helmet. Not serious, thankfully. McCoy is 20 of 29 for 189 yards and interception. Ooh, beat down inside the 5. It's like they didn't even try blocking him. Ooh. Damn, all over him. So it's going to be 3rd and 17 for the Cardinals inside their own 5 and about their own 4. Just outside their own 4. Big, quick dump over the middle. It's not going to be enough for a first down. We'll give them room for a punt. So they're going to get to about their own 12-yard line, and that's going to bring on the punt team. Ooh. Ooh. Not a fair catch. He tried to return it. He's going to get it across midfield. He's only going to get about 5 or 8 yards on the return, but they're going to be starting in Cardinal territory. Garoppolo's 4 of 7. Did I read that right? It's 4 of 7. They're up 24-10. About 4 minutes left in the third quarter. That is hilarious. Okay, here's the weird stats they do in sports. They just said the average formation width of the 49ers is the lowest in the NFL. Uh-oh. I don't know what just happened there. I don't know if, okay, it was a flag. I thought for a minute that Garoppolo fumbled the exchange. Okay, so it's going to be a false start of the Niners. Okay, that kind of sucks, but whatever. Oh, he did. I don't think it mattered much, but uh-oh. Big run to the left side. There we go. Eli Mitchell. He's back, baby. He's all the way back. Another block by Juszczyk, man. Yeah, Juszczyk got out there and gave him the end. Gave him the left end. Yeah, text. I don't get it either. Average formation width. I don't know. Maybe now, obviously, when you're maybe because the formation width could be an indication as to whether you're running or passing. Generally, I think if you're passing, you're going to have it be a little more spread out. But I mean, still, it's a weird stat. And look, I'm primarily a baseball fan, and I will tell you right now that baseball's got a bunch of really, really odd stats that they think are really important, but I can't honestly say that I think they are. It's like they'll break down how a guy is hitting against left-handers on even numbered days in odd numbered months, and I'm just like, I don't understand why you have to break it down like that. And when really all you have to do is is hot streak. Some of those things to me are just weird. It's like it's one thing to say he's a hitter is hitting this way against lefties and this way against righties. That kind of makes sense. But I mean, some of those things, some of those stats are just silly. I'm trying to pull up the stats real quick so I can confirm that Garoppolo is, 3 of us. Hand off to Debo, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like we have an injured Cardinal. Yeah, coach says, as my high school football coach said, the only thing that matters is wins and losses. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, yeah. But I mean, there's you analyze the game with other stats, but in the end, you're going after adding one more in the win column. I totally get it. Yeah, baseball is one of those sports that has been kind of overrun by stats. Okay, so they weren't talking about the entire game for Garoppolo. He's actually 17 of 26 for 176 yards and 2 touchdowns. So yeah, they must have just been talking about this quarter or something like that. Xavier Collins was the injured Cardinal. He's walking off the field, so it looks like he's going to be okay. That's a good thing. Don't want to see anybody get hurt. Debo, 2 carries, 37 yards and a touchdown. McCaffrey, 6 carries for 36 yards, but he's also got something like 60 or 70 yards receiving. So Garoppolo, quick hit. Ayuk, touchdown, baby. Touchdown. Let's go. Brandon Ayuk. It is now 30-10, San Francisco. With 30 seconds left in the third quarter. This game is almost in the bag. Been a good night for Garoppolo, son. Let's go. It looks like they may have gotten a flag on the for a celebration or something because that was a long extra point. There's actually another flag on the kick. The extra point was up and good. There is another flag though. Refs are getting it all worked out. False start against the defense. Kick is good. All right. Looks like they're waving it off. So yeah, 31-10. Niners up by 21 now going into the fourth quarter. Let's go. Let's do this. Style of management is a lot to grasp. Well, I mean, it's actually not. Basically, what he was saying with Moneyball is that baseball needs to stop replacing names and start replacing numbers. So they say basically what Billy Beane was saying is that instead of spending $30 million a year on this guy who hits you 60 home runs, you can spend 15 million a year each on 2 players that give you combined the same production. They hit 30 each, roughly. So that's what he was saying. He was saying to concentrate on stats and not names because he's right. I mean, he was back then, and you see a lot of teams doing this now. They're starting to look more at production rather than name. But the problem is you need some names in there to sell tickets. Production doesn't sell tickets, names do. That's why you go after the big slugger. That's why you go after the star pitcher. I mean, you kind of have to in order to give your fans that's the casual fans especially something to buy tickets to come see. So that's why the Browns go and get a guy like Deshaun Watson, ignoring the fact that he's going to miss 70% of the season because he was suspended for acting like a tool or whatever. But he's going to sell tickets right there. Record as a starter with Garoppolo, 35-17. All other quarterbacks are in that span, 9-29. Why the fuck would you move off Garoppolo so easily? He wins you games. Is he the best quarterback ever? No, he's not the best quarterback ever. He probably never will be, but he certainly never will be. But my computer's doing a shitty thing. Hold on. My computer's doing a shitty thing. Okay, now you got it. Okay, I want to make sure my I wanted to make sure my computer, it does this thing where the screen just goes black for a second. I don't really know why. Again, I'm figuring it out. There's plans in place to get a new computer here in the next couple of months. Let's see. Naomi says Watson is a creep. Well, yeah. It's like, I mean, yeah. Yeah. You know what, guy? That's one of the reasons I've always said I'd like to be famous, but I want nothing to do with fame. Because it seems like when you get famous, especially a certain level of fame, your your expectations, your level of what's acceptable drastically changes. So it goes from I don't want to do that because it's not right to I'll go ahead and do that because I can get away with it. Not and you kind of lose sight of the morality of some of these decisions. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm really really glad that none of my kids really have any desire to be famous. They're not trying to be influencers. They're not trying to be movie stars or athletes. They just want to be regular people, and I kind of dig that. I don't want that for my. I don't want that life for my kids. Because I've seen I would fall apart when shit like this happens, when shit goes weird in their lives. Yeah. Also, Saturday, go Bucks! Ohio State, Michigan this Saturday, baby. Let's do it. Put away. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of like the perfect example of what happens when fame starts to erode at what you think what is socially acceptable, ethically and morally acceptable. I mean, if you've noticed, the people that you don't hear anything out of, the famous people that just kind of live their lives quietly, one of the things that a lot of them have in common, they don't live in Hollywood. That getting out of that bubble and living amongst regular people helps you stay kind of normal. When you live amongst the normal people, you stay kind of normal, you stay grounded. But when you go to a place like that, it's there's an illegal formation against Arizona. But 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 when you live in that bubble, that's when you end up getting the guys that go to Epstein Island. They're like, this is totally acceptable in this group that I'm trying to run with. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Epstein Island and do, terrible things to a 12-year-old. And that's what ends up kind of driving all that shit. So like, look, you never hear anything about Sandra Bullock. You know why? She lives in Texas. No. She got out of that bubble. She had her fill of the Hollywood fun, and she wants to live a more normal existence with her and her kids. And that's why you don't hear about her, doing blowout in front of nightclubs or, sharing pictures of her junk on Reddit or whatever, because it's not the life she leads. Okay, Greenlaw in on the tackle. It's a flag on somebody. Roughing the passer? Really? I didn't see the play. I'll have to look. On Bosa? Really? Oh, come on. He pulled up. What? Oh, come on. That's absolute poop. Come on. Look, I understand why the quarter absolute fucking nonsense. I mean, look, they're up by 3 touchdowns. It's probably not going to cost the Niners the game, but come on, that's just a terrible call. I hope he gets sacked a lot. Ooh, got away from that one. Oh, they got him at another flag. I wanted that looked like it might be in the area of holding. I don't know what was it. I don't know what the penalty call is. So apparently they may have gotten somebody from a hold or a buck to the back. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if NFL's not putting it up there. Uh-oh, big play. Ooh, just stopped him. They almost got that. So it's going to be fourth down, and they're going to have to go for it. Fourth and 4. They're going for it. They didn't try to draw him. Over the middle, tipped, incomplete, almost picked. Turnover on downs. Let's go. Niners going to put the nail in the coffin on this drive, son. Let's go. Yeah, that was an offensive penalty. Yeah, ball tips. Right between a couple of nine, but yeah. 13 is up by 20. Get the ball back. Let's do it. It is a commercial break. No, no touchdowns and a pick. Sandra Bullock is my fave, says Naomi. I've been following her since I was like 12. She's got good range. I mean, she can do the serious stuff. She can do the comedy. It's like she does have really good range. She had a small cameo in Bullet Train, which just came out recently, which you haven't seen. That's a really fun movie. It's like she even plays this like dark, mysterious type very well. I love what she does. Like she's got this ability to be deadpan and then like 5 seconds later crack a smile and just be beautiful. Yeah, she's pretty freaking talented. It's nice that she's gotten to the point in her career where she can kind of pick and choose her roles. She doesn't have to like jump at stuff just to keep work. She's like, no, I'm Sandra Bullock. I'll let you know if I want to be in your movie. But again, I mean, that's kind of what I was saying about the face where she dated the famous guy. She was married to what's his name? Jesse James. Wasn't she? I don't know if she was married to him or not. But like that whole thing, kind of whatever. Um, I like the Ocean's movie that she did. The the Ocean's uh, Ocean's 8. I know that like they were but be faithful or not be dickheads. 2 yard run for either. He's lucky. Now we're looking at third down. Another running play picked up about 5. Let's pick this up, Niners. Let's go. Garoppolo drops back, complete over the middle. First down to Debo. Because why not? Takes it down to about 30. 37 rushing yards, 57 receiving yards, 94 total yards, and a touchdown for Debo. He's coming off the field though. It looks like he's still working on some cramp issues. But with the Niners having this game pretty well in hand, I might let him sit out the rest of the game, to be honest. Sorry for all of you fantasy people out there who want some more Debo stats. Kittle, touchdown reception. Ayuk, 2 touchdown receptions. Debo, a 39-yard run. And Christian McCaffrey, 103 yards from scrimmage. That's what I'm saying is anybody who plays quarterback for the Niners has to do is just throw short, high percentage passes over the middle or towards the sides and let these guys run. That's all you got to do. Why spend all that draft capital? Kittle out in the flat, first down, some more, touchdown, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, sorry, Tex. That's the dagger, buddy. This game's over with us. Nice. This is now 37-10. A 32-yard reception for Kittle. Let's do it. That's exactly what I was just saying. Hit these guys out in the flat for the short passes. He doesn't have to go downfield unless he really wants to. And just let these guys run. Let your guys block. Let them run. Extra point is up, right down Broadway. It's 38-10. Let's go. Yeah, Texas has been over for a while. Hoochie Turner Queen. That's not true. What did I say that wasn't true? I'm sorry if I missed something. But yeah, Texas has been over for a while. Yeah. Yeah. I know, but I'm one of those people. It's like it can't. It's. I need like for sure. I want that death nail to be hammered in. Aaron Rodgers has been trying the short slant techniques all season. Well, he doesn't have the receiving core. And for one, you got to think about what Aaron Rodgers is as a quarterback. He's kind of like Brady. If he'll throw to like one person, and if he like drops an easy ball or something like that, he won't give him a chance to redeem him. He just won't look that way again for the next 3 weeks. And one of the things that I noticed early on in the season is that I forget who they were playing, but he's got these 2 young receivers. They're rookies. They aren't rookies from like Ohio State or USC or Florida or one of the big name schools. They're guys from like mid majors, to use the basketball term. They weren't from great schools. So these are guys that need a year to kind of catch up to the NFL game. They dropped they dropped a pass or something like that, or didn't do what he thought they would do, and he just didn't go back to them. It's like and the only persons that he would throw to was the people that he's comfortable with. His tight end, and I think he's still got Cobb there, and all he wanted to do was throw them. So it's like you got to spread the ball around. You got to keep the defense open and moving around by distributing your targets, and he doesn't do it. Brady's the same way too, and I think that's one of the things that's gotten him the last couple of years is he gets that 1 or 2 receivers that he wants to key on, and defenses will key on them, and he doesn't really want to go to anybody else because he doesn't trust them yet, and that's one of the things that holds them back. But Yeah, he says I get the same way. I want to decimate my opponent. I don't want to decimate. I just want to win. Decimate, win by a million, win by a point. It doesn't really matter. I just want to win. But I'm never really confident until the game is over, until I see the final score. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I mean, yeah, Rodgers is, and honestly, there's as much as I like Aaron Rodgers, he can be a bit arrogant. That's my point of view. Hall of Famer, oh for sure, deserving of the Super Bowl he's won. Oh yeah, absolutely. But he can be a little bit arrogant at times. I like the guy. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks I've watched. But there are times where he can be he gets a little big for his britches sometimes. Let's see, Tech says, I bet Green Bay is regretting the contract they gave. Well, probably not. I mean, it depends. I mean, he's been a big selling point. I mean, look, there was thought that he might go to the Niners. I wouldn't have minded having him at that time. I wouldn't want him now, but I wouldn't have minded having him at the time. I think maybe he would have helped us be a little bit more successful. But look at that. Look at all the yards after the catch, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Yards after the catch. Just get the ball to these guys and let them run. A designed run for McCoy. I don't know why. You're down by 28 points. You're down by 4 touchdowns. why that quarterback sneak up the middle for 7 yards? You guys need to put the I don't know, whatever. As long as Niners win, I'm good. But yeah, I mean, it's not just the contract they gave him; it's the fact that they didn't build a team around him. You know what I mean? See, that's what you do. That's what you need to do, Cardinals. You need to go downfield. You need to challenge. Yeah, I really see Steve in this game. I'd be really surprised if you saw I has completed to the tight end about midfield. It's going to be first down, no, second 8. As a girl, I think Rogers breaking up with his girlfriend is the second most thing affecting him. Well, I mean, probably. I mean, yeah, a very emotional guy playing what can be a very emotional level of what he does, and you have an emotional thing happening. Yeah, valid. I also like to think of it as a professional, though. That that far away from me, and that game that Brett Favre had, his dad died. I mean, talk about high emotion. He carved up a Raiders secondary that the year before was in the Super Bowl, and he made them look like absolute fools. So you don't have to look that far to see, especially in Green Bay, to see a guy that can take that emotion and use it. Now, maybe I overreact a little bit to the one game, but I mean, and maybe Brett Favre is not the best quarterback that's ever played by far, but he was a master that night, and he made the Raiders defense look stupid. Uh, he left that very weird tweet. Well, they all tweet weird. Rodgers, I don't have a problem finding a girlfriend. So, but yeah, love is love, whatever. But I mean, when you're Aaron Rodgers, you got all the money in the world. You're famous. You're a football player. You're a future Hall of Famer. Trust me, he's not hurting. He's not hurting to find. I mean, being rich and famous doesn't absolve you from the effect that falling in love can have on the heart and the brain. So maybe I'm being a little too cruel to him. 3rd and 6. Let's go for the stop, Niners. Let's put another dagger. Pocket collapsing, pressure, throws it away. 4th and 6. Even Niners have been all over this game tonight. Upcoming schedule: they got the Cardinals play the Chargers, the Patriots, the Broncos, and the Bucks. They probably lose to the Chargers at this point. They probably lose to the Patriots, Broncos maybe. Bucks, I don't know. Like I said, I never count Tom Brady out. And it looks like the Cardinals are going to go ahead and punt it back to the Niners. I know at this point you may as well go for it. At least try to pad some stats. Let's see. Tech says, wasn't he with the actress Olivia something? Olivia Wilde. He says, did he date her too? It's possible. I don't know. These movie stars, I mean, they change girlfriends and boyfriends like they change underwear. I mean, it seems like every 15 minutes there's a new relationship for somebody in Hollywood. So part of me just doesn't pay attention to it anymore. Olivia Wilde, as far as her relationship and stuff is concerned, I mean, all the stuff surrounding, the movie I've been wanting to watch, I haven't gotten around to yet. Shit, why am I drawing a blank? I don't know. Something My Darling. I forget the name of it. Niners get the ball back there at 11. Running play. They'll pick up about 4 or 5 on that one. Probably going to be a lot of running. Tech says I'd be upset if I broke the too. We'll track it. Oh, the film here. Oh, they put Brock Purdy in. He was the first team all Big 12 last year at Iowa. So the third string quarterback. Well, actually, I guess right now, technically he's the backup to the roster. And I don't know if that was a busted play or what, but I think he was trying to hand it off to somebody. Not her. I think their publishers decide who they should date to increase their career, says Naomi. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, yeah, that was a busted play. It's too bad for a screw up, Brock. But yeah, I mean, a lot of those relationships are set up by PR people. I mean, that whole thing basically just cheesing for the camera every time. Come on, dude. We all know. Yeah, let's get the one. Hey, I have returned. I don't know why that did that. That was a StreamYards thing. I don't know why that did that. It's very, very weird. And now I have to go through the trouble of putting share screen back up here. Not that we're missing much. It's 2:45 and counting. Niners are up by 28 points. Chrome tab. I'll go ahead and put that back up there for all of us to look at. Yes, Frank's computer is not great. Like I said, there's a plan in place to get a build going on. Actually, kind of like this layout a little better. But yeah, there's a plan in place. It's gonna take some time. Hopefully by spring, I'll have the computer built that I want that'll work a lot better for this. It'll hopefully be like a multi-monitor setup. I'll be able to do a lot of cool things. But yeah, so for those of you who I didn't even know my shit went out. It's a bummer. Yeah, we now are at 2:14 left. I think that may have been a Stream Elements thing, to be absolutely honest. I don't know if it was necessarily my computer. I wasn't on I'm sorry, my StreamYards thing. I wasn't on the StreamYards page for a minute. Oh, picked off. So much for that. Well, Cardinals are trying to drive. Well, they took McCoy out and put somebody else in. He went downfield and nope, just passes, didn't get there. Trace McSorley is the one they put in. And he went 6 of 10 for 59 yards and one interception to pretty much put the game away for the Niners. Good job. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Now Purdy's going to go out there. Let Purdy throw the ball a little bit. You got 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Don't throw the ball around. Give him some reps. Handoff up the middle. Ooh, breaking some tackles. Going to pick up about 7. Let Brady throw a couple passes. The final line for Garoppolo is 20 of 29 for 228 yards and 4 touchdowns. And they're probably just going to keep handing the ball off to finish this game up. After they finish the game up, I'm probably going to go ahead and end the broadcast. Been going for almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Not bad viewership. Thank you again to everybody who rated us from why am I drawing a blank the guy's channel? Actually, I got it up on my other screen. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, for Tom Grossi. Yeah, thanks a lot for all the guys that rated us from him. All you guys that subscribed. I hope you guys come back for more. Very much appreciate you guys showing me some love. Also, go check him out as well. I'll make sure I put his shit on Twitter. Not that he's hating, not that he's hurting for any viewers right now compared to me, but yeah, I'll definitely throw him out there as well. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. And there is now a break in the action. There's no point in me going to get more ice for my drink because this game is going to be over in about 30 seconds. So I'll pour just a little more. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to the stream for a minute. I didn't even know anything happened until I looked down at my iPad, which I have the stream going on just so I can watch it and see what's going on. And it was a black screen. I lost connectivity with Stream Element or StreamYard for some reason. My microphone and my camera both. I don't really know what happened. I think it may have been because I wasn't on the screen actively for a while. I was looking at other stuff. I was on my other monitor looking at stats, and I was looking at some other stuff on some other windows. So maybe they just figured, oh, he's not here anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and kill his shit, which would make sense. But yeah. So I did get a new movie poster I'm going to put up. I don't know where I want to put it though. Again, because I don't quite have the space that I wanted. I wasn't going to buy any more movie posters for a while or any more decorations to put up, but I saw this one when I went to a local place where they have movie posters and things like that, and I could not get it. It was from the movie Gotcha from 1987, 86 or 87. It's Anthony Edwards when he was way young. He plays a college student. He goes to Europe and he gets mixed up in some espionage shit. It's kind of part comedy, part. Yeah, they're just taking these now. This is over. Come on, let Brock Purdy throw. Yeah, they got the first down, so now it's all about taking these. But yeah, I picked up a poster of the movie Gotcha. So that's one that I'd like to do a retro review on sometime down the line. I'll probably end up doing that at some point. I actually need to get to Drew. Me and him have talked about doing some retro reviews and stuff. And now that he's taking his break from Derail from his primary show and just kind of doing the gaming, I wouldn't mind getting him on camera just for 45 minutes or an hour and doing a couple of movie reviews with him, some retro stuff. That'd be kind of fun. Yep, victory formation. Touchdowns for Garoppolo. It's kind of crazy to think he's got so much talent around him. Another knee. And that's it. Time is running out. Niners are 6-4. Let's go. 38-10, the final as these last 10 seconds click off. And that is it. I want to thank everybody for coming to hang out with me tonight. I very much appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys that came in and kind of gave us a little bit of a raid. Very much appreciated it. I've also got somebody watching on Facebook for the first time ever, I think. That's kind of nice. Yeah, broadcasting across YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Spread the word. Don't forget to leave a like. Thank you to all of you who subscribed tonight. We're going to be back here tomorrow talking about our usual movie stuff. So definitely come back and watch us go into all that stuff again. Bob Iger is back. Indiana Jones 5. Tarantino's comments. Is he just being bitter? And Blade's got a new director. And maybe one other story that will pop up at some point tomorrow, I'm sure. But thanks a lot, guys. I very much appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. Come back again later, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8:15 for the usual movie news. Adios.